Welcome to the Biz Doctor podcast, my love letter to business owners the world over. I'm your host, Lauren Goldstein, award-winning business consultant and advisor fondly nicknamed the Biz Doctor by my clients. I help business owners who are burning the candle at both ends diagnose what is actually keeping them buried in the day-to-day busy work, and then formulate a treatment plan to adjust their business and team to fit them, so they can take a breath and a vacation and have more fun making a bigger impact than ever. So grab your favorite beverage and your earbuds, and let's dive into our latest episode. Have you ever wished that there was a simple, objective way to help you make decisions about what projects to pursue in your business? Well, that is exactly what we're going to cover in today's episode. Welcome back to the Biz Doctor podcast. I'm your host, Lauren Goldstein, and today I want to give you a tool that will drastically transform how you operate within your business and help you better decide where to invest your team, your time, and your money for the most impact. Let's dive in. So let's say for the sake of this episode, you want to infuse $50,000 in cash into your business over the next 2 weeks. Now, obviously, there are a lot of ways to skin that cat. You can increase revenue on existing products or services, cut expenses, intro a new product or service, collect on outstanding AR, etc. But how do you know which one will be the most effective, I hear you asking? Well, worry not. Here are the criteria you need to objectively determine what the best course of action is. All of these are on a scale of 1 to 10. I'm going to give you the questions, and then I'm going to tell you how all of these actually move together. And I'm also going to link in the show notes one of my very favorite templates that I use with my clients, the decision matrix. So it's a blank template. It's got all the instructions, but you can fill it in at any point when you're really trying to decide what to move forward to. Okay, back to these criteria. The first is speed to implementation. So again, scale of 1 to 10, the slower the speed, the lower the number. This question is just like it says, how fast can we actually get this shipped? The next question is speed to ROI. How fast are we going to get a return on our investment? And I like to say actually a return on the time invested. The third is how simple is this? The fourth is what's the margin? The fifth is how much control do I have over this? I love this question because a lot of times we start doing things and then we realize that we don't have a lot of control over it because it's dependent on someone else or supply chains or something else. And then we're kind of up a creek with no paddle, as my father would say. The next one is the certainty of success. I'm not somebody that is risk averse or only takes action when I know it's going to succeed. And I'm pretty sure you're not like that either. If you were, you're probably not an entrepreneur. But something to think about, especially when you're evaluating different courses of action, is which one has the highest certainty of success, because that's the one you want to go after. And then this is my favorite: burden on operations, team, and time. Y'all, this is the one that I want you to pay most attention to. How often have we gotten all fired up about a new project just to realize in horror that we accidentally brought what was working the business to a screeching halt because we distracted the team and put a burden on the business it simply couldn't afford? This is a big one, y'all. So when you're embarking on a new project or launching a new service or a new project, or for my creative business owners, if you're having a squirrel moment, I want you to come back to this and ask yourself, what is the burden going to be on operations, team, and time? And don't sugarcoat it. I want you to be real. And then the last is, how much does this close the distance to your 1, 3, or 5 year visions? So what this looks like, if you want to picture this in your mind, is it's a matrix where those questions are on the left side of a table. And then your scenarios to get to the goal are on the top of the table. So what this might look like is double revenue is in the first column, cut expenses is in the second, intro a new product or service is in the third, and collect on outstanding AR is in the fourth. If you don't know what collect on outstanding AR is, congratulations, you are in probably an online business. what happens is you start to score each of those questions: speed to implementation, speed to ROI, simplicity, margin, level of control, certainty of success, burden on operations, team, and time, and closes the distance to 1, 3, and 5-year goals. You start scoring. So speed to implementation, the slower it is, the less the score. The same for the ROI. But everything else is the reverse. So, or the converse, if you will. So with margin, if it's a 10 because it's really easy to grow that margin, then you'd give it a 10. And same thing as closest distance, it's a 9. So the only two that are inverse, where the lower the number is actually the slower versus the higher the number, the better. If I go and I score this, so like double revenue, I gave it a 5, a 3, a 4, a 5, a 4, 6, 6, and an 8. And then cut expenses, I gave an 8, 8, 7, 10, 5, 5, 8, and 9. New product, I got 7, 7, 5, 4, 8, 5, 8, 9. Collect on outstanding AR, I got a 10, a 9, a 10, an 8, an 8, a 9, a 7, and a 9. Now again, you might not have this in your business because you either charge up in front or however you work. But for the sake of this example, what happened when I put all of these together is I multiplied everything together. And so the scores for double revenue are 345,000. I'm rounding up. Cut expenses, 8 million. New product or service, 2.8 million. Collect on outstanding AR, 32 million. And again, this is not dollar signs, but this is points. What this clearly illustrates is the winner, which is the outstanding AR, because it's fast, both to implementation and ROI. It's simple. The margin's there, the level of control is there, the certainty of success is there, very low burden on operations and team, and it helps close the distance. Before we dive into the next bit, I want to take a second to share with you something that I've seen drastically change businesses and teams for the better. Imagine waking up every morning with a team that knows exactly what is expected of them and how to achieve success, without you having to micromanage them. Imagine how much time and dollars you will save by hiring the right team member from the start. Not to mention getting the most out of every current member of your team. That is what's possible with our tried and tested tool, the Golden Key Scorecard. The scorecard is a simple, impactful, and fillable tool for managing your team, ditching inefficiency, and I guarantee will help you stop playing whack-a-mole chasing team docs all over the place. It's as easy as filling out a form. If you want to get out from under your business, shifting from business operator to business owner, and take your business to the next level while reclaiming your time, then our Golden Key Scorecard is just the ticket. Our scorecard provides the time-tested framework and process to get you and your team out of the weeds and into a well-oiled machine that can scale without you. It's time for you to run your business instead of the other way around. Become an expert in this critical piece of the foundation to creating a high-performing team. Download the Golden Key Scorecard for free at goldenkeypartnership.com/go. Now back to the show. So the reason I love this is because so often we think we have thought out a project or a course of action and it looks good. And sometimes, boy, does it look good. And it goes great. And we're just winning. And sometimes it looks good and we get halfway in there and it is an absolute train wreck. The point of this decision matrix is really to give you something objective that you can look at that's going to help you make the decision for the best course of action. You can use this whether you're looking at solving a financial problem or a team problem or starting a new project. Like, it's actually really, really great if you do it for projects, if you write all the projects down that you want to start doing. Because the thing that I want to instill in you when you're launching a decision is asking yourself, at the end of the day, how is this moving the business forward? Because there are projects, let's be real here, that are our darlings that we love, that we want to do, that we're excited about. But if the team and ourselves cannot correlate how it's actually moving the business forward, it's probably not the best use of everybody's time. It might be something great for you to do as a pet project in your own time. But in terms of taking the team and the business off of priorities, probably not a great idea. So my hope is that this very simple tool is going to help you really feel more comfortable and trust the decisions that you're making, and give your team another tool to also objectively bring you things that they would like to do as well. That's all I got for you for this week. Thanks so much for listening in. If anything I shared sparked something in you, we would love for you to share this episode with your friends. I'd also love to hear from you, so let's connect. Tag or DM me on Instagram at It's Lauren Goldstein, or LinkedIn, or wherever you hang out on the interwebs. Also, don't forget to subscribe so you're the first to get notified when our next episode is live and ready for your ears. Thanks so much for listening. Until next time. Thank you for listening to the Biz Doctor podcast. Now, I like to say that friends don't let friends WebMD your business. So if you're wondering what your next steps could be, here are some options for you. No matter what, head to the show notes or to my website, goldenkeypartnership.com, for some impactful resources to support you getting out from under your business. That's also where you'll find the links to learn more about our services and how we support business owners, just like you, who are ready to make the successful jump from business operator in the trenches to visionary business owner with more freedom and flexibility. All of that info is on our website, so pop on over to learn more or get in touch. goldenkeypartnership.com. Finally, if you love the Biz Doctor podcast, I'd be so grateful if you would share it with your friends and network and give us a 5-star rating or review wherever you listen to your podcast.
This is Story Studio Network.